That's sick.
Jaxus is not only streaming, but also playing.
That's huge.
Jaxus
Jaxus does it all. Yeah.
He really does.
Streaming,
what is up?
participating. Oh, go ahead.
I believe we're live.
We are live.
Yeah, we are live. Hello,
Let's
hello.
go. Welcome. This Street Fighter Kickstart League. Which week are we on now? Is
This is
4?
week 2.
This is week 2. Second is the best.
This is true. That's definitely the peak of the series generally, season 2.
Because you've had day 1. You've got week 1 to get your feet planted on the ground, and then week 2 you come in strong, ready to adapt based on the previous weeks. Okay, and we're just getting straight into this. We got Ryu versus Chun.
Yeah, this is a classic.
It is. I mean, it goes back to the very beginning. We've been saying this. Ryu has been in these streets,
He really has been. He has been from streets since day 1. Ooh, okay.
All right. That's actually a little sad. Spend that drive gauge and didn't really get much out of it. But
yeah, good vision though. I like the vision, seeing the opportunity, but that's
again
okay.
Very aggressive drive gauge usage. But
and yeah, Ryu's at full gauge right now. That's
it's
really
actually
scary.
this is actually we've got a good 10 or so seconds before. I thought Jaxus is kind of keeping up the pressure, and then actually has the gauge back.
Yeah, and got cornered too. Yeah, Jaxus lost the round, but took the approach to being in burnout, where you just play aggressive and just don't get hit.
We've seen, I've seen players using that to quite a bit of success. Like I think at launch, people were like, "Oh, like you don't want to go into burnout ever," which I mean, you don't want to be in burnout, but if you are still in and on the offense, like it's okay.
Oh yeah. Anyway, first drive impact, by the way, that's going to be a big thing with these matches. Because that's something that's definitely been improving, even just in this past week, this first week that's gone by, as people being more on the ball with reacting to the drive impact. But it's still tough to get used to.
Ooh, that's a big punish.
That's
well,
okay.
Opportunity for big punish. Still getting a good damage and maintaining that life lead.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, into super? Is that gonna kill?
Certainly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was like, maybe with the scaling. No. All right, we got 1-1. Now remind me, Mucho, because I am as out of the touch as one could be. Is this a best of 3 or a best of 5?
This is a best of 3.
Okay.
It's best of 3 formats. 9 best of 3s. And you see up in the on the scoreboard.
Get the crush. Yes.
They're like the scores, right? There's the set scores, and there's also up above on the stream, at the top of the stream, you'll see like the points that each team has scored.
Sure.
So the idea is basically just you want your team's number of game wins to outweigh the number of game wins of your opponent. So Wednesday,
game wins?
Yeah,
game wins matter?
Game wins count. Game wins matter.
Okay.
So Jaxus takes the round there, by the way. That's a game win right there. Because my team played a match on Wednesday where the score ended up being 10-10.
Okay, because all cross games. Okay.
Yeah, because I picked up a game win, in the match where I wasn't favored, and then we were picking up game wins left and right.
I love the very classic parry forward, jump in, get anti-aired immediately. Like that is as classic as it gets.
God, the AJ fan club is coming out in chat. AJ is Jax's real name.
You can call them that because you're cool with them. Yeah, I know top TOs in the Salem FGC.
Yeah, I know Oregon Goats.
All right, again, Jaxus going into burnout on the offense.
Yeah,
and
looks like Jaxus had some kind of meaty setup there. It looked like there was some kind of crouching medium button.
Oh, that was a big missed opportunity. That EXP on wake up, and no punish, but still taking the round, so good stuff. Fireball uppercut. Yeah, I mean, if you got a read on your opponent coming in, fireball uppercut, absolutely, that's just juicy.
Ooh. Jax is starting to break out that slide to get under the fireball.
Yeah. Letting hyphenated know there's other parts of the kit that you got to be aware of. Just kind of feeling each other out. Ooh, air throw.
Yeah, these
Love
easiers have
those.
been really nice.
Oh,
Ooh.
and again, another. Yeah, I think Jaxus is kind of catching on that hyphenated really does want to be throwing out those Hadokens. Okay, let's see. Oh,
Yeah,
just
no damage off the driving packs.
I think that's an opportunity right there for I want to say a kill. I think with this kind of bar, I think that was
Ryu did have level 3.
I think it could have. You wouldn't even probably need to get too crazy with it. You probably could have canceled that into a Tatsu into a level 2 or something, or level 3. But you know, it's hard. Combos are hard. We know this.
Oh yeah, especially like in an actual set.
Yes. Okay. And so points are per game earned. So that is 2 points for the men with no name. And it was a little shaky at the start for Jaxus. But I think they took, was that 3 rounds unanswered? 4? Was that 4 rounds unanswered? They lost the first one and then just won straight. So
yeah, I mean, Jaxus has been around. Like I remember, I felt like he's played basically every fighting game. Yeah, he's like a dude. He's so experienced in fighting games that over the course of a set, kind of just the overall fighting game experience is going to be able to really carry you. Just getting a beat on your opponent's habits.
So many parts of like neutral get and just like footsies and punish, like just they carry over so well across the system.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like people have been talking a little bit, in like the Smash community about carrying over between games.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was in Salem, like Jaxus was pretty much just on every single Salem Smash 4 PR. And Salem was one of the strongest, maybe the strongest Smash 4 regions in Oregon. And then he also just plays a ton of fighting games.
Yeah. While you were talking about a dead game that literally no one plays, Living Shadow came in quick and just started running all over Mika Mystic. And I've got to imagine this is probably a pretty tough matchup for Marissa, actually.
Okay,
just with
nice
once Kimberly gets in, like I really feel like it's
oh yeah, like once she's able to get the flowchart going, just get a knockdown, then make it go into another knockdown. Yeah, that was clean. It felt like Mika Mystic was just like in disadvantage basically the entire time, except that one spot where they got the reversal out of the corner.
But even then, it looks like Living Shadow has a pretty good. Oh, hey, good counter hit there. A pretty good grasp of like their follow-ups on their own.
Oh yeah.
And so they're really taking the advantage and capitalizing where they can. Now, I wouldn't count Mika Mystic out. Marissa definitely a character that like if she can land for big openers, like it's that Kimberly is gonna melt.
Oh yeah. Marissa definitely benefits a lot from having pretty straightforward routes into basically all of her supers,
and just like really powerful, aggressive plus options. I don't know any of the names, but her big jump, her jump and punch, that one's a scary thing to hit.
Although Mika Mystic did try the jumping punch, like the Superman punch, and Living Shadow actually showed off some matchup knowledge because they just jabbed Marissa right out of the startup.
Yeah, and that's what you have to do. It's got a slow startup. Ooh, and that was a really, really close potential round there for Mika Mystic. Actually, that was just a pinch of life bar.
Oh, nice call out on the dash. Yeah, just getting on the board here with just taking a game is going to be that matters. You know, over the course of the season, that might be the difference between, you know, your team having to fight it out.
Some crouching jabs and gets reversal supered. Oh, you hate to see it. However, I'm a degenerate little monster, and I love my reversal supers.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to call it the drive rush. See the flash green and just rip the reversal super.
Okay. Yeah, but like low drive gauge, low HP bar. Yeah, just get a little pick throw in there. Very good stuff. It looks like Living Shadow's got been putting in the hours, been in that lab grinding.
Oh yeah, he's just a very, very solid player. And also, like, in this kind of format, the players that have that like level 1 straightforward game plan established like early they're living the dream, because a lot of people just aren't ready for it, or their game plan is just not as strong as yours. So even if they hit you, it's not going to get them as much.
All right. Well, that was two pretty quick matches. What do we have next? Oh, we got hyphenated backup. Oh, I haven't seen this Marissa skin before.
Oh yeah. This skin is so cool.
With the suit? Oh, that's so cool. Is that a hairpiece or a helmet?
It's her hair that is cut in the shape of a helmet.
That's wild. All right, but we got hyphenated backup, ready to prove his stuff, and pretty quickly takes it with some clean, simple conversions. Oh, I really like that. That Superman punch coming in again and just meets it with the Shoryu. Okay, oh, that hurts. Oh, I think probably a little bit of a miscue there. Drive rush into, it looked like the parry. Or maybe they were expecting, maybe he was expecting like a wake-up DP.
Oh! Oh my goodness!
Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, again. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, because Marissa has that like in that armor window, but it's in the middle of the attack.
Yep.
It's not at the start. It's not at the end.
Yeah. Yep. And again, we see it again. Yeah. So it seems like either Hyphenated's got that matchup knowledge, or I guess that's pretty much the only way to describe it.
Yeah. I mean, that is also just some nice like fighting game execution there to be able to consistently do that DP input on reaction.
Yeah.
And also, position yourself so you can space for that hitbox.
Now this is what I call, this is neutral game. Oh, yeah, put a little too much butter on that charge. Got a little too greedy there from Churro, and eats a punish for it. Okay. We got the lows, we got the mix-up, got the corner, got the meaty. Oh, okay. Perfect. Hyphenated saying, hey, listen, Jaxus may have beat me earlier, but I've got sauce.
Yeah, Hyphenated getting on the board here. Okay.
God. Okay, and then going. Oh, Lord.
That did so much damage.
No, that was like over a third of the bar for sure.
It was punch counter too. Because your damage is buffed with punch counter.
Oh, you gotta be parrying these. Oh, that's really rough.
Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't want your drive gauge bar to just keep dropping. You're taking damage. Oh, and I'm curious. So Kuro was like showing earlier that he had the wherewithal to continue parrying there. So I wonder what the incentive was for kind of like maybe just like missing inputs. The timing can be hard.
Yeah, and like I know, like for me personally, being new to the game, it's been kind of because like basically you can execute the parry in a way where if you execute it while blocking, if the parry doesn't come out, you'll still block the projectile.
Yeah.
But it can be hard to make that happen if you're walking forward as well.
Yeah, and I think
And
that's
like time your inputs so
right.
that you block in time.
And you do want to be gaining space, especially if you're at a life disadvantage, because like if oh no, going into burnout, and this is going to be rough because now all of these fireballs are just going to chip. Like there's you don't.
Yeah, this is really rough.
Surely there's something you can do that is not just block and die to chip. But in the moment, it's hard. It's hard to think of what that is.
Oh yeah, especially because like Hyphen was just so solid, which is playing that full screen game. Just playing classic Ryu. You got your Hadouken, you got your DP.
That was like it was very classic Ryu play. Just Hadouken, some short, simple bread and butters. Get your hit into your conversion. Take that damage. So good stuff to Hyphenated. Good stuff to Churro as well. That was they did take a round there.
Yeah, it's just hard, when you got, especially I think like the DPs out of the Superman punch probably did a fair amount of mental damage, because I noticed Churro just basically stopped doing those punches, like stopped using that move entirely in that like second game. And I know that can be, that's a pretty important move in Marissa's toolkit.
I haven't played
a
whole ton of Marissa, but when I did play, I definitely was a big fan of that. And so if I started getting DP out of that move, I would. That's like when you like you slap the hand or whatever. You're like, oh god, you put your hand on the stove and it burns. Like you go ooh. Okay, what do we got? We got almond butter and back versus the living shadow. Okay, so I would think that in my very rudimentary knowledge of these characters, I think JP's probably got a lot more sauce versus Kimberly than Marissa.
Well, because the biggest factor in general with JP is just going to be how good the other character and like player is at closing the gap and getting in. Which Living Shadow just got in and then stayed in. Especially because JP has the reversal, right? He has the reversal that's immune to grab, strike and throw. But you can play around it.
I hope we do see that from Almond Butter, because it's one of those things where like you can't overutilize the option, but you need to represent it, especially to kind of keep them honest. Because otherwise, your aggro rushdown character is going to get in and just hit you and just hit you and just hit you, and we get rounds like this.
Yeah, and also a kind of recurring theme so far in the league has been each team trying to fight the JP menace.
Yeah, JP is a menace.
Oh yeah, and I think at half or more of the teams have a JP, and there are quite a few, a few of the best players in the league so far have been JPs. We're just diamond, flat diamond JPs who are just doing their thing.
Oh, okay, not respecting the meaty. Yeah, this does look rough. Obviously, when you're a kind of a zoning character, like if you get rushed down, like this is just like a fundamental fighting game thing, right? Like you got to get your setup, you got to get some protection, you got to make sure they're not just on your face, because you are happy. JP, you're so happy when they're full screen.
Oh yeah. Also, you can see it right there. Something unique about JP's projectiles is that you can go under some of them. You can low profile them, which Living Shadow's been doing with Kim's slide. You can also do it with dash, and do it with parry drive rush. So that's, if you're not used to dealing with that as JP, it's a lot to get used to in the span of one single match.
And then this is not this is something that I've known. Okay.
Punish counter super.
This doesn't kill. Surely. It's not critical art. It's some pretty big damage though. Oh, okay.
Oh, reversal super?
Yes, I love it. I love it. But I was gonna say, I see Living Shadow utilizing throws, and I'd love to see some more out of Almond Butter. Throws are very fast in this game. They're very good.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also like, they are just a reset point, right? So like if you're getting pressured, like there's going to be a gap. Their string is not completely true. Instead of like mashing a jab, you know, until they represent that they're going to shimmy you, like,
oh yeah, yeah, and like
get some throws, get your damage. Like,
yeah,
and JP has some really good stuff out of throw as well, especially if you've got setup with his back throws in particular. There are setups that you can do where if you have a spike already out, it will hit before the throw deals damage, so you don't get prorated damage on the throw, actually. So you can get bigger damage combos off of your throws than you would if they weren't initiated with a throw.
Okay, that's interesting.
That's obviously that's something you got to be labbing and practicing, so you're not just going to whip that out randomly in a set. But something to keep in mind. I don't know. I'm a kind of fighting game player where like you got strikes, you got throws. You know what I'm saying? And like part of those is the throw. Like that's got to be part of your game plan.
We got a Marissa mirror coming up, by the way.
Hey yo. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, this is gaming.
I'm actually super excited. This sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay, it's a weird one because like Marissa, she has the armor breaking moves.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know what to expect.
I feel like it's going to come down. If it's not going to come down to matchup experience, because honestly, who knows how much the experience these folks have in the mirror. But if it doesn't come down to matchup experience, then it's gonna be just fundies. With Marissa being such like a fundies character, just like whoever is making the right choices when it comes to when they're striking, when they're spacing around. Oh, that actually love it from Churro there. A little bit of footsies and then coming forward with the big punch. God, I should be more educated about the move names, but move names are always something to me that kind of just like in one ear out the other, you know? Like it's the Superman punch, it's the kick, it's the standing jab, you know, it's like
yeah, sometimes, you know, the move has a name in the game, but the community has a different name for it from day one.
Like that upward punch and a downward punch that Marissa does, like that's clearly the bing and then the bong, right? Like I don't know what else you would call that. And actually, if you look at, listen, numbers are just numbers. They don't really matter. But these players have extremely close LP, right? They're within 60, 70 of each other. So this actually, might be this exciting opportunity for a pretty tight match here.
Yeah, they may have run into each other on ranked before. It's not out of the question.
Oh, beautiful EX Bing Bong, and then the back throw. I want to say, that might be an accident. I think Marissa definitely is a character that wants to have corner. Doing that back throw, putting them back into center, probably a little bit of a mistake. But it did work out for them. So I can't complain. Again, yeah, they are really just.
Yeah, they're throwing haymakers.
I love those little like crouching light kicks, just like fucking trying to do some Abare right there.
Yeah, that's been another kind of, recurring pattern, kind of like, overall point of growth, especially for more beginner players, just like getting your confirms, getting your hit confirms clean, getting them into your muscle memory. Because if you're, coming from...
and a drop there, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this has been back and forth. I love, this is going to be maybe the hypest match we see all night. Marissa mirror match?
Yeah.
Throwing supers back and forth.
But yeah, like a lot of it can be tough to find your to confirm off your lights, especially if you're used to games like more forgiving combo systems.
Yeah.
And that's just hard when you're first getting into Street Fighter. So throughout the course of the league, we've seen a lot of just like kind of light, and then just no cancel off it.
Yeah. Wow. Mika Mystic just dominating that round, even with the parry throw, or the parry grab. Oh, I love that Sparta kick. Sparta kick into Bing Bong. Oh, this is a good conversion. Oh, they burn out.
Yeah,
She burns out. No, but I mean, look at that. She's maintaining corner. Okay. Now this gets a little scary. Being burnt out in the corner versus Marissa is definitely something that I feel like you do not want to be.
Punish counter lights. Oh, the reversal?
Just mashes out. Oh my
goodness.
Now that's game. That's gaming. I don't. That's just straight up gaming. Yeah, that was the quickest game. That was a perfect into just like a 15-second game.
That's the power of the Marissa mirror.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Things are staying pretty close actually in terms of our overall points per team. 4-6 right now. So, do you know what our next match is? These ones are they're rapid fire firing off.
Almond Butter and Jaxus.
Okay.
So at this point, it's like going to be all, we're going to be seeing all returning players playing their second or third match. Yeah, this is...
Okay, I bet this is a matchup that I think will involve significantly less one JP getting run over completely.
Yeah, these are some interesting ones. Like, the JP matchups where like it's him versus like another zone or like a mid-screen character.
I feel he's kind of the demon when it comes to zoning in this game.
Oh yeah, it's just an Injustice character, but in Street Fighter.
I see a lot of parallel between this character and Guilty Gear Strive's Testament. They have like very, very similar. I think the way they play is different, but in terms of like the specials that they have, wow, that was all right. I lied. We are gonna just see some rush down, just some chun top spinning.
Yeah, Jaxus definitely has those meaty button setups practice, which are so nice for getting a lot of damage off your knockdown.
Yeah. And punishing someone being a little greedy, trying to mash out. Okay, we do see the counter come into play in this matchup. Maybe they were talking between rounds about as like, hey, versus in your last match, like you could have been trying to throw this out or something.
It looks like Jaxus tried to like drive impact on reaction to the counter, which is interesting. I guess the idea is like you drive impact through the hitbox and then hit JP. Just didn't end up working out.
I don't know if that works really. I don't.
It follows you?
Yeah. No, so it attaches to you. So if you, the thing is, so if you hold block, you're fine. But obviously, especially if you're doing like that, it looks like Jaxus was doing a jump over. So like it's like now which way do you block and yeah. It's really cool because then combined to like if you combine that counter with some spikes and some other things, you can.
Oh yeah.
Okay, spinning kick.
There's an interesting JP thing happening here. Oh my goodness. Oh! His punish counter. Ooh, confirmed though. Ready for the super though. But so in this game, you can back roll, right? You can get up in place, you can roll backwards. And JP kind of wants you to back roll on the knockdowns because it just resets to full screen.
Yeah. That's JP's vibing at full screen.
Yeah, because like his knockdown, like his staff move, right? It knocks you down like mid screen, and if you roll, then you're just right back to full screen, and you can just get right back to zoning.
Yeah. Okay, well, Almond Butter taking game one, getting on the board, and as we previously discussed, we like that. Games do count here.
Oh,
and they add up. So,
and winning that game is now making this very tight. It looks like it's like 5 points to 6 points right now.
Yeah.
So if Almond Butter takes this 2-0, then it's just even Stevens.
Jaxus says, I don't want none of that though. Getting in there with those spinning bird kicks, getting in there with whatever the heck that is. I know the input, I don't know the name. Sorry.
The flip kick.
Yeah, the flip kick.
I think it's Hazanchu?
The anti-air. Listen, if it's not a Shoto character, I do not know the names of the moves. Sorry.
It's a Tatsu. It's a Tatsu.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wow, just.
All right, and then again, getting that PD punish on wake up.
Reset?
Okay.
Oh, he's ready for it this time.
Yep.
Oh, the
again. Yeah, that's huge. Okay, well, we are not going to see a clean 2-0. We are 1-1 each.
He was in the driver's seat like basically that entire game. Both those rounds, it was the Jax's show.
Yeah, absolutely. And they were quick rounds too. He got his pressure set up and then got good reads on wake up actions and just did not let the JP set up.
Oh, these are some.
Again,
nice
yeah, he's getting a lot of mileage out of putting out meaty buttons on wake up, and Almond Butter is just not respecting it.
Okay.
Wait,
yeah, the medias are doing a lot of work.
I don't even know what happened there. Was that like
it
a
looks
spike?
Like... Oh.
No, and I think that Jaxus is doing a really smart thing, because if you throw them, I don't know if it's just a throw, if it's any hit, but if you break combo, right, like his counter falls off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things that like it is a delayed hit, but it's not guaranteed if you start getting comboed. So.
Oh, there is. And yeah, the Hazanchu, Living Shadow coming in, saying that Hazanchu is great in this matchup, which like it makes sense because you can just flip over the low projectiles, because JP has the projectiles that go low to the ground. You can just Hazanchu right over, and then you got yourself a punish counter Hazanchu.
And again, takes the corner and then waits because he's been pushing meaties. I really like this from Jaxus. It's very controlled.
Oh,
okay. And then waiting again because he's been pushing every other time, and now he's convinced JP that he's going to be pushing on wake up.
Yeah, and that was, I think that was also like the first drive impact that Jaxus did in that spot, like with JP cornered.
Yeah.
Just waiting until, saving that stuff for Game 3, as they say.
Amazing adaption from Jaxus there to turn that around and turn that in. That was a pretty clean last two games. Pretty Jaxus town all the way through.
Yeah, if you've ever played in an SSF event or been in Salem, you are a resident of Jaxus town. He really does hold the entire town's FGC together.
Jaxus is never mafia.
always doctor.
Always town.
Always town.
All right. Let's see. Is Living Shadow about to just go on a clean 6-0 sweep? Or does Hyphenated have something to say about this?
Yeah, this is Hyphenated's been doing a lot of work with the zoning, like mid-screen, Hadouken, DP game. And Living Shadow's been doing a lot of work with just the rush down, closing the gap. Just aggro game plan.
Oh, actually, that was a really... I really like that punish on the drive impact.
Looks like Living Shadow's trying to slide under those fireballs. Looks like he's trying to save his space.
Okay.
Trying to just react.
Another one?
The double?
Yes,
Ooh,
yes.
yeah.
Okay, good stuff. I love it. Just kind of standing parry, being like, haha, fireball me. But psych, drive rush. Oh, good shimmy into a grab. Drive rush keeps the pressure up. Oh no, you hate to whip the EXD DP. Oh, and getting reversal. You want to save that critical art for round 3.
Oh yeah, yeah. Both characters having level 3s, so you can.
Oh.
Yeah, like you could pop level 3 right now. You get a boost. Yep. Yeah, so now Kim gets the buff for the rest of the rounds, boosting its speed. You know, boosting movement speed, boosting damage.
Right, and I mean it's also just that's really a good 40% damage. That's huge. Okay, let's see what do we got here. Because I wouldn't count hyphenated out yet. There's definitely Ryu can melt this HP bar, but
Yeah, and Living
especially in
Shadow
Burnout.
Mixed,
Oh, but
mixed hyphenated up there.
oh yeah, and he just kept the pressure up.
Hmm.
Once he basically after that level 3, he kind of maintained his offensive, maintained his meaty setups.
Yeah, you saw hyphenated, think a grab was coming with a grab, and then get punish countered for it. Just because, Living Shadow was mixing up side of the jump instead of threatening the grab.
Yeah. Again, just some good grab play. I really think out of everyone we've seen tonight, Living Shadow is utilizing grab very effectively. Again, another. I don't know exactly. I don't know if that's a setup. It probably is, but Living Shadow is going over and behind that EXT and wake up. And
so that'd be a safe jump. And then also, so something about this game in particular is that when you jump, when someone is cornered, like all the way in the corner, you jump at them, you won't cross them up unless they walk forward and move forward.
So I mean, because it did look like he was crossing them up.
Yeah, because it looked like hyphenated maybe walked forward for a tiny bit before the DP.
Wow.
And yeah, it's perfect. Living Shadow looking real good.
All right, so that is 6-0 and a handshake for Living Shadow.
Okay.
But,
yeah, he was disconnected from the room because of inactivity.
Wow. Are you spectating these games?
I'm just in the room to make sure everything's going as
Gotcha. Yeah, of course.
Make sure that the people in the slots are the people that should be playing.
Yes, sir. All right. It looks like we have 2 more matches. We've got Jaxus versus Mika Mystic, and then we're wrapping it up with Almond Butter and Churro. So we are lucky to have the last 2 matches have a Marissa in them. Blessed even.
Also, after that last game, I think that puts Living Shadow at 6-0 tonight.
Yeah.
Which is just
very impressive.
That's very impressive. Like, the game plan looked real good. It felt like every time Living Shadow got knocked down, it was getting something else off of it.
All right, taking things a little bit slow here. Actually, I really like that. I really like that from Mika Mystic. She, kind of just playing a little slow, playing footsies and just kind of winning out with that armor and those gap closers, because Marissa really does have very, very long buttons.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Ooh, loses corner. Let's see what Jaxus does with this. We've seen pretty good meaty setups out of him. Mika ready to block.
Yeah, Mika's, she's had some really solid like parry drive rush conversions. You got the the ground bounce move into parry drive rush and to follow up off of it.
Oh, just a little too much butter again. But now they're both in burnout. Oh, this is going to be interesting. And they're just oh my god. Raw?
The call out.
Oh, I love it. I don't think it does it. I don't think. Oh, no, it definitely does.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Oh my goodness. And yeah, and also, like, even if it didn't kill Mika would still be recharging that that
Yep.
drive gauge, while Jax is just Chun not recharging at all, Marissa charging up and then getting back to out of burnout faster.
Absolutely. Very, very well played game there. Okay, let's see.
Jax
The
is
meaty
getting
setups
a
from Jax.
lot out of that.
Oh, that's
That's rough.
burnout on purpose on myself for fun as a treat. Just a little burnout as a treat.
Oh yeah, even in burnout, you still got reversal super though.
Yeah, but no, now in burnout with no nothing, right? Like the gas tank is empty. There's no meter here. It looks like he actually is gonna get a bar back just before he burns out, but he goes into stun. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's tragic. If you're a Jax's fan.
Oh yeah, nice check on the drive rush there.
Yeah, and Jax's drive gauge is just hurting. So I really think it'd be good. Is it good for Mika here to put on the pressure, right? A couple hits, that is burnout on Chun. Oh, or maybe he'll just burn himself out. Okay.
Oh, deciding not to go for the meaty setup.
Yeah. Oh, but just baiting it. Yeah.
I've been really impressed by how how Mika is just willing to play like the mid-range footsies game with Jax's. She's not scared. Not scared.
No, I mean
back and forth, just right along with Chun-Li.
And it's been working for her. So, okay, some throw loops. We love throw loops in this house. Oh, yeah, you gotta expect that one coming. All right, they are dancing. Good blocks, but no punish.
Next to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, not reacting fast enough to that drive impact.
This is going down to the wire.
Yeah. Okay, a beautiful bing bong combo. Going for another bing, getting blocked. A little optimistic, but sometimes you want to just show it to him.
Also, you might look at the leagues at the top of the screen and see Jax's, plat and Mika and bronze, but I know for a lot of the players in the league, like some players haven't even played their full placement matches just because they've been just not playing ranked and instead, playing in like custom rooms, playing in person, playing in Battle Hub.
Yeah.
Just choosing to grind in ways other than playing ranked, which it looks like, Mika Mystic may have been doing some of.
Definitely. No, it's very apparent. He's got a good grasp of the fundamentals of this game. And is, dead even right now.
Ooh,
actually
nice.
Advantage. This is set point for or match point, I guess, rather. Oh, love that armor. And another
burnout.
Yeah, Jax really likes to play on that razor's edge where he goes into burnout. Some might say too early, but it has served him.
Yeah, I mean, if you go into burnout but you get like a level 3 off of it, that's pretty good. It's a good trade right there.
I do feel like going into burnout versus Marissa in the corner in particular is that's really scary.
Yeah, because all of her buttons are so plus already when they're charged, and then when you're in burnout, it just gets so much worse.
Okay, yep, I felt that wake up critical art in my soul, and I do think this is actually enough. This has got to be enough. There's like no shot. And that's the second time critical art wraps up the round. Okay, so staunching the bleeding a little bit. There's only one more match, so there's no way for the other street to come out ahead, but they can bring it close with this last one.
Yeah, and also just for I'm looking at the leaderboard right now,
Okay.
and
What you seeing?
so we got Men with No Name at 1,200 points in fourth place. First place is at 1,700, and then Turn the Other Street is at 800, tied for second to last. So
Okay.
still early, but making up some points here would be very huge. That'd be really nice.
So
And
what's the conversion points from like 7 to hundreds? Because
I
those are vastly
I
different
believe
scales.
it is 1 to 100.
Okay.
Is also there's a spreadsheet, there's a Kickstart League spreadsheet that Jaxus has done some arcane wizardry inside, and I assume
certainly
there's
believe
a
it.
formula for calculating if there is some kind of conversion rate going on. There's a formula for calculating it.
Okay, so they're getting into it. I think our view might be a little delayed, but I can still see it on the regular stream. It looks like that first round does go to Churro.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, and Churro patented Bing Bongs. I would, in my naivete, I would say that I think this is probably a matchup that I wouldn't call Mercer really traditionally a rushdown character, but in this sort of versus JP, everyone's a rushdown character. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of characters discover their inner rushdown against JP.
And, wow, that throw was massive, and Churro is certainly embracing it to the full. That was a really quick 2 rounds. Kind of saying, "Hey, you other streeters, turn the other street. You better go back to your other street, because out here we dishing hands." Yeah, love the drive rush in. Doesn't get much though. Getting blocked and punished. I don't know if that math works out. Like, I feel like if you drive rush a light, you should still be plus enough to not get punished. But
yeah, that may have been crouching medium. I don't know what exactly Merce's moves look like, but
yeah,
crouching medium kicks in this game are generally they're like safe when spaced. They're like -5
yeah.
or something.
All right, and now we get some JP blender action going on. Taking that first round, and they're trying to. They can get up to 9 points in this last match. So
it looks like Churro's doing the there's a setup essentially where you're in parry, full screen against JP, and you can just like that. Just the timing didn't work out there, where you can drive rush under the projectiles. It looks like you can do it. It seems like on reaction, just the timing is going to be different for each character because the drive rush speeds are different.
Yeah.
But that's what Churro is trying to do with her, pairing at full screen, like trying to time the drive rush to get under the fireball.
Ooh, getting punished for that drive impact. And then just smacking each other a little bit. I got jumping, unpunished into a bing bong.
It's out of the corner.
Oh yeah.
Could be big damage.
Yeah, this could be a lot. Oh, just wake up, drive back, just get out of there. Bing, no bong.
Yeah, it looked like Almond Butter maybe tried to set up like a meaty command grab.
Yeah, I think so.
Too early.
Doesn't matter though, because he still does take that round. And honestly, so those first two games, they were pretty quick. But these next 3 have also been pretty quick. Oh my god. That is some impressive neutral. Okay. This is big dammy.
Yeah, that's JP cornered, half health.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful armor. Yeah. What you doing? Where you swinging, JP? It's Marissa's turn. Oh, and there we see that drive. And then it On drive impact kill. Okay.
Okay, yeah, set point.
We got set point last round. This really is anyone's game. They've just, it's like each of these games, when they win, they are just blowouts, right? In this last match, they've just been crushing each other. So
yeah, these definitely feel like two of the most like snowbally characters in the game. Where like, as you know, when they get the train rolling, the train.
Oh no!
Rough.
Too late.
Burnout now.
You're in burnout, and that's actually that's wild that that JP was able to get up and throw punish that. But I suppose that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Okay, yeah. Did
Just
he kind of burnout there?
Oh my god! No way.
That's dead.
Oh, that's it. Good stuff.
Nice follow up.
I didn't even realize that would combo, but that's brutal. Okay, brutal. Well, look at that. Turn the other street, keeping it very respectable. Only going down 3 games across the whole. 2 hashes? 2 ashes. 2 ashes. Absolutely.
Yeah, GG.
JP is just scary, man. I would not, so I'd be friends with Ken. I'd be friends with Ryu. JP, I'm not. No, I see that man in an alley, and he's like, "It's time to fight." I'm turning the other way.